Hello, everybody. Let's see if we are online. All right. Yes, it's working. Perfect. So, welcome back. Today is Thursday, and it's quite unusual for me. Usually, it's not my day. Usually, I work. I give you my webinars on Monday and Wednesday, but this week is exception because we had days off. So I was here with you yesterday, and I'm here yet again today. But today is a little bit different because today I'm going to be talking English. I'm going to try to keep it simpler because I know that a lot of people are in the beginning of their way. They just start learning or they're not that high on the level yet. But I hope you can understand. You will understand, I'm sure. If there is anything you don't understand, please do not think twice and write it down in comments. I'm gonna see them on my phone and I'm gonna answer, I'm gonna repeat whatever you need. I'm there for you. So, for those who join me for the first time, my name is Alena and I'm a teacher at the Accent Language Center. I've been teaching for over 10 years, and because of very complicated situation with the coronavirus and quarantine, self-isolation, whatever you call it, our center decided to do annual webinars. So all the week, 5 days a week, me and my colleagues, we are giving you a lot of interesting information about English language. We talk about grammar, we talk about linguistics, we talk about lexics, we talk about some behaviors and traditions and cultural differences, like anything. So if there is any topic you would like us to cover, please write it in the comments and we will keep it in mind and do the webinar for you about this topic. But today, I want to talk to you how to apologize. Do you know what's to apologize? To apologize is to say sorry, but in so many ways, because we all know that there are so many ways and so many situations when we have to say sorry. Like me now. I'm sorry. In case if you don't know, when somebody sneezes like me, usually we say bless you, bless you. So bless you is technically connected to God and religion, but it's not exactly that. It's just you are wishing a good health to this person. So I'm saying I'm sorry because I sneezed on air, but this is something you can control. Okay, so apologies, sorries, and stuff like that. It's all highly necessary for us because, like there are like thousand situations when you need to say sorry, and they are all different. So, how to say sorry in English correctly? And as a reference, I put this phrase from this beautiful song. Sorry seems to be the hardest word. I'm pretty sure you're all familiar with this song. If not, definitely go check it because it's so beautiful. So, what I'm going to start with, first of all, there are different categories in English regarding saying sorry. Like, first of all, there are like small mistakes, some small apologies, yeah? When it's not something serious, or it may be serious, but your apology is not like super serious or super deep. So, to be sorry about something, yeah? Like, when you are telling a person that you are sorry about something that happened, for example. So I'm so sorry about your loss. In case if you're if you're saying your condolences, you're giving your condolences to somebody who lost a dear person, for example. Yeah, I'm so sorry for, I'm so sorry about your loss, or I'm so sorry for your loss. It's both options available for you. Sorry for something, or I'm sorry about something. Like, let's imagine you've done something bad. Yeah, you've done something wrong, and you want to say sorry for that, for what you did. So you are saying, I'm sorry about whatever you did. Yeah. For example, you broke your boss's favorite coffee cup. Oh my God. So you come to him and you're like, I'm so sorry for that. I broke your cup. I'm so sorry for breaking your cup. I'm so sorry about your cup. So you say sorry. It's a serious situation, but not like critical, but you're sorry. So also combination of sorry and for you can use when you say that you feel bad about someone, yeah, about the person. So, for example, you see your friend suffering after breaking up with his girlfriend or boyfriend, for example, yeah, and you tell your other friend, oh, I'm so sorry for him, you know, like I feel so sorry for him. He's like very sad. And if you want to make it even more expressive, which is probably necessary because there are different situations, you can add between these two words, like I feel so sorry for him. Like I feel incredibly sorry for him. I feel genuinely sorry for this situation, or I feel really sorry for you. Like you increase this degree of your sorry. Like you feel sorry like this, or like this, or like this, or like this, or like sky high. So it all depends on what you put in your speech, which is pretty much similar to Russian language, but just in a little bit different way. Okay, here I put together some little examples from different movies where we can hear this kind of small sorries. So let's hear that. Okay, just a second.
I'm very sorry about.
Oh, apologies. Like here, yeah, it's not that I really did something wrong, but it didn't go the way I planned, so I'm saying I'm so sorry for that. Okay, let's try it again.
I'm very sorry about poor Patrick, of course.
So, I'm very sorry about poor Patrick, of course. I'm very sorry about somebody who probably died. Yeah? Okay, let's see how it goes here. If you don't recognize this clip, it's going to be from this famous series called Friends.
Rachel, he wants you to know he's deeply sorry for what he did, and he hopes you can find it in your heart to forgive him.
Okay, let's check it again.
Rachel, he wants you to know he's deeply sorry for what he did, and he hopes you can find it in your heart to forgive him.
He is deeply sorry about what he did. Yeah, he's deeply sorry. So it's like very high level of sorry that he's experiencing. Okay.
I am sorry about what happened, Dean.
I'm sorry about what happened. Yeah, so it's also you express that you feel sorry. Okay, let's go through the list of different combinations of different expressions that you can use for saying sorry. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. Yeah, like it's very common. Pardon or pardon me. Also, this is kind of borrowing from the French, but still it is used in English. My bad. My bad. Like I made a mistake. It's my bad. It's not yours. It's me. For example, you run in the street or you cross the street and you bump into each other with some stranger, yeah? You bump into somebody or somebody bumped into you and you feel guilty, you think it's you who did it. So you say, my bad, sorry, my bad, yeah? Like, I apologize, this wasn't you, it was me, sorry. My fault, that's like pretty straightforward, or my mistake. My apologies. So you don't need to put anything else. You just say my apologies. I had that wrong. So you perceived some situation in one way, it was wrong, and you say that you admitted that you were wrong. I had that wrong. I saw the situation wrong. I was wrong about something or someone. I was wrong on that. If you want to point something out, you can modify it in a different ways. I beg your pardon. Well, this is kind of old-fashioned, except for probably Brits still use it because I have a friend, he's a Brit, and definitely he uses this expression and it's not lost on them. They use it. But if we talk about American, it's kind of rare. So, I beg your pardon is more commonly now used as expression of what the hell, yeah, like excuse me, but in even more like expressive way. You don't understand what is happening, and you're like, I beg your pardon. Like somebody blames you for something, yeah, and you know for sure that it's not you, but that person is guilty, and you're like, I beg your pardon. Are you crazy? Like technically, that's what's behind these words, yeah. So I beg your pardon. That's pretty good way to express your feelings, negative feelings, but still be in this polite form of expression. Okay, that was about some not very serious situations. But what if you really messed up? Like you really did something bad. The situation is very hard and complicated, and you have to fix it. You know that you have to fix it. Uh, so here is like technically most popular phrases that you can use. I would like to apologize. So here we have this would verb, yeah. So я бы, I would like to apologize, but technically that's the very polite way to say that you want to talk about this seriously. I owe you an apology. I owe you. Yeah, so I do need to do this. I must do this. I want to say I'm sorry. There are some versions of it. I just want to say I'm sorry. I definitely want to say that I'm sorry. There are different versions. It's fine. Please accept my sincerest, deepest, or humble apologies. So here are three different adjectives that add this flavor, this color to your apologies. Yeah. So it's not just apologies, they are more than that. They are very, let's say, emotional. Yeah. So by adding these adjectives, you really increase the level of your apology. So you should consider that. I can't apologize enough. I can't apologize. There is no words enough for that. Like I don't have enough words to tell you how sorry I am. Yeah? It wasn't my intention to be rude. Forgive me. Please forgive me. There are different options. So rude, you know what's rude? Yeah? To be rude is грубить. So it wasn't my intention. I didn't plan that. It was an accident, for example, or something. So it's very good phrase to use. Can you forgive me? Or would you forgive me? So it depends on to whom you're talking to. Please allow me to apologize. That's a very gentle way to say it. Yeah, a very polite way to say it. I'm sorry you feel that way. So, for example, you made someone to feel very depressed. Yeah, you hurt somebody, or you made somebody feel guilty with no reason. And you come and you say, I'm sorry you feel that way. So, what do you mean? You mean that you regret that you made this person experience these feelings. Pretty easy. I want to make it up to you. I want to make it up to somebody. It means to fix the situation. It's used not only in serious apologies, that's for sure. For example, let's say you have a situation, you agreed for a coffee or for a drink with somebody, yeah, maybe a friend, maybe like acquaintance, or maybe a girlfriend or boyfriend, and you forgot about the time. You forgot that you promised, or it wasn't in your hands. You couldn't come, yeah, and you forgot to call. And you need to apologize for that because it's not very nice. So you text or you call and you say, please, I'm so sorry. I want to make it up to you. Let's go out like tomorrow, for example, or next week. I want to make it up to you. So I want to fix what I've done and I want to do what I promised you to do. I think it's pretty useful. I apologize wholeheartedly. So whole is целый. Heart is heart. Heart is сердце, I'm sorry. So wholeheartedly. How? From the deepest parts of my heart. Yeah, but this is kind of very high fashion kind of phrase. I wouldn't use it in everyday language, but it depends how you talk. I feel apologetic for what I've done. Also, it's commonly used in movies, in the books, in some maybe serials, not like detectives, or something more serious. I feel apologetic, yeah? Apologetic. I feel contrite. I am contrite for my actions. So you feel remorse, yeah, you feel really, really sorry. But again, those three phrases, they are not used in everyday language. At least I haven't heard them. I haven't faced them in like the conversation you have with your friends or with your dear ones. Yeah, it's more like from something that I would see in the literature. So I'm criticizing myself. So you're being hard on yourself. You're telling the person that it's like you were like out of your head. I understand what I've done. I am criticizing myself. You don't have to do this. I am criticizing myself. I'm really most penitent for what I've done. Again, very kind of from the books phrase. I regret or I feel regretful for my actions. I regret my actions is pretty commonly used phrase. You can use it in everyday speech. I feel regretful. It's a bit more rare, but still you can use it. Again, I feel remorse. That's very deep. I am most remorseful. Here we put most to show that you are on the highest level of remorse. Yeah, like you can't go any higher in your feeling sorry. I'm repentant. I wish I hadn't done it. Again, it's kind of from the books or from the movies, but still you can hear it in the movies or in the series, and you definitely have to understand that this is a high level of apology. I feel shame, or I feel shameful. Like that's kind of actually this shame and shameful. These phrases, they have many shadows, so it's very gray definition. You can't just consider it as стыдно, yeah. It's more than that. It's you have to see the context, yeah, in what situation this phrase is used, or you use this phrase. For example, I feel shameful, or I'm most shameful. It's like not only that you feel sorry, it's also you may think that you don't feel sorry, but you think that others around you, they are being negative to you, yeah, that they blame you for something. Maybe you didn't do that, maybe it wasn't like that, but others think so, and you feel this, you feel shame. Embarrassed. That is also very grayish kind of expression, because I would use it rather in the situation, you know, when you feel really awkward and you feel uncomfortable and you feel shameful and you feel sorry and all of that in one, you know, it's very, very expressive. It's not just nilovka, it's more than that. It's like very wide range of emotions that you express. That's at least how I use this phrase. And I'm deeply remorseful. It's also like they're pretty similar. Okay. Uh, Here is a little funny clip, like its picture, and why I put it, because I want to talk about the difference in sorry and excuse me, because that's kind of situations when people really mix it up, because a lot of students that are in the beginning of their way, they use these two words equally, which is not exactly the right way. So what is what is appropriate situation to use sorry, and what is appropriate situation to use excuse me? So in here, in this picture, you can see that before shot, Dante says, excuse me, and after he committed a murder, he says, sorry. Well, of course, it's a joke, it's funny, but it makes sense, because you use sorry when you ask for forgiveness, or you want to express that you feel sorry about something or about someone. So if we talk about the previous picture, it means that Dantes felt sorry for killing, yeah, so for murdering a person. And excuse me is a very common, very gentle and polite form of talking to somebody, yeah, like you need to address to somebody and you want to get this person's attention, and you say, excuse me, yeah, like, can you pay attention to me, like I need to talk to you. So you say, excuse me. Or for example, during your conversation with somebody, you get distracted, like you need to answer the phone or to do something, and it's really necessary. But still, because we are polite, we need to apologize for that. So you say, excuse me. That's the other situation. But most commonly, excuse me is used before you did something. And sorry, you say it after you did something. So you have to put them in a different places if we talk about the sentence, yeah, or the speech. So let's say, pardon my interrupting you. That's even more official phrase. I'm just kind of trying to put this most commonly known phrases for you. So of course, excuse me and sorry, they are like everyday speech, yeah, but these ones, they're not. So I'm sorry to interrupt. That's kind of official phrase. So you definitely should use it at workplaces, at official places. I'm sorry to cut in, but again, official phrase. I'm afraid I've got bad news. we regret to tell you that, or we regret to inform you that. That's kind of phrase you usually receive, for example, from possible employer, or for example, from some official companies. So it's like official form of the answer when you have to say something that doesn't match the expectations of a person. And yes, according to being polite, you need to use these phrases. Sorry, I'm late. That's kind of popular. Sorry for being late. Kind of similar. Sorry for keeping you waiting. That's kind of both ways used kind of phrase. So you can use it with somebody whom you kept waiting. Yeah, like you agreed to meet with a person and you got caught up in some situation, so you come in late, but this person is still there. So sorry for keeping you waiting. Or you can, in series, in movies, for example, I heard it like numerous times when a possible employer or a boss comes to a meeting late and he says like, sorry for keeping you waiting. It doesn't necessarily mean that he really feels so, but he has to say sorry. And of course, as we were talking about saying sorry, there are many funny ways to say sorry. There are many ways when you, let's say, you don't really want to say sorry, but you know that you have to, and you don't know how to express it. Of course, I didn't have time to talk about songs, which is like huge field, because if you just type in YouTube like songs about sorries or songs about apologies, you're gonna get like a huge list of them. There are like so many of them that really it's really hard to make some kind of compilation. I wanted to, but I thought that maybe you can take your time and just go through them, read them, read the lyrics, and you will understand how many ways are there to say sorry. But I would say that I decided to end it with a little clip from, again, the Friends series. It's a very funny way, like, this is the worst way to say sorry, but it still exists. So go ahead, I'm gonna play it now, and then I'm gonna have a couple of minutes to wait for your comments. If you want to write anything in the comment section of YouTube, please don't hesitate. I'm waiting for that. And let's play it.
Say, technically, I didn't even do anything wrong.
What? You didn't do anything wrong?
I said I didn't technically.
Okay, well, let's put aside the fact that you accidentally picked up my grandmother's ring and you accidentally proposed to Rachel.
Well, can I just stop you right there for a second? When people do this, I don't really know what that means. You were saying?
And I can even understand that you couldn't tell Rachel. But why couldn't you tell me? Huh? You had all day to, and you didn't.
I know, I should have. I'm sorry.
Not using it right, Joe. I'm gonna go.
No, come on, look.
Okay, so that was one of the worst excuses. Yeah, one of the worst apologies. Please don't do that. Definitely. I hope you know what that means. So you put it in between the brackets, which means that you don't really mean that. And of course, I'm just gonna say it that there is something, some phrase, "sorry, not sorry." You can hear it like plenty of times in songs and series. "Sorry, not sorry," which means that like you're saying sorry, but you don't really mean that. So sorry, not sorry, like no offense, but I don't want to apologize. So it's like the opposite of saying sorry. So technically you can use it, but be aware that you're not going to be saying sorry. You are not sorry if you say sorry, not sorry. It means like no offense, but I'm going to do that, for example. So I think this is it. As I can see, there are no comments. I hope that means that you understood everything. Technically, there is not much to say, but I would really be happy if you would write something, but it's fine. So, if there would be any comments or any questions that you would get after watching this webinar in record, please also do not hesitate, write them in the comment section. I'm gonna see that and I'm gonna make sure to answer any question that came up into your mind after watching my little video. And definitely don't be afraid to say sorry, don't be afraid to use different phrases. Just make sure you feel the situation. Yeah, so make sure it's a small apology or it's a serious situation when you have to be more expressive, or if it's a formal situation, spoken one situation, written another situation. So you can't really, you shouldn't, more like shouldn't, use, let's say, light versions of apology in a formal letter where you apologize to your colleague for messing up the situation. That's gonna be rude, definitely. So make sure you know your situation, make sure you choose the appropriate phrases for that, and you're gonna be good, I'm pretty sure. And definitely, I'll see you next week. Check the Accent Center official page to see other topics, other webinars of my colleagues. They're all the list for 2 weeks ahead. And make sure you join us. And since probably we're going to be stuck on quarantine till end of the May, I'm going to see you some more, a few more times, and I'll be glad to see you. And for now, I'm just saying thank you and have a great evening.